Man, I cannot see crap without my glasses.
So recently, I uploaded a review for the Dead Space remake. There are absolutely no other twists to that video, and everything I say there is completely accurate, I assure you. However, some jagoff in that video went and promised reviewing all the other stuff that came along with the purported collector's edition. Don't know why anyone would do that. Now I'm just stuck with more obligations. Unfortunately, I always follow through on my promises, here on Baneshake. Weird coincidence, considering the next batch of ripoffs I'll be looking at are Spider-Man ripoffs. Alright, who's even editing this thing? You're making me look bad. So as you can see, it came in this big-ass box, which directly labeled it on the side, just in case someone wanted to steal things directly outside my house, but only if they got a heads up on the contents. My dog immediately took interest as I was opening things. That is because she is a unitologist. Don't trust anything she says.
After graduating, she took a security management position with Stab your family!
Inside was, naturally, another box, but this one with branding. It's cool, but I'm not going to keep an unnecessary box for the sake of collecting or whatever. That just makes it feel like capitalism is winning even harder. Very interestingly, some of the stuff had its own designated place inside, and some of the stuff was just taped to the side of the styrofoam. Thank God collectors will never want to repackage their stuff for safe storage. So looking at the total contents, we have a wearable helmet, some posters, a pin, a steelbook case, a patch, the soundtrack on CD, a lithograph print, and a little metal marker. I'll just go ahead and start off with the main thing everyone is here to see: the posters. These are styled like posters you can see in the game, and are basically in-universe corporate things. I paid for workplace propaganda. These are cool and really look the part. I honestly really like the plasma cutter one, because that gun is sexy. You can find out more in my video, Top 10 Video Game Weapons I Would Have Sex With, if you search hard enough on my channel. The coolest part of these posters is that now I have to find a way to store them flat so they don't get damaged, since I'm too much of a grown-ass man to look normal hanging posters anymore. These look great, they really look the part, and are perfect for when I want to stab holes in my clothes, or permanently alter the surface of something I would then have to explain to every boomer in public who has cornered me into unsolicited conversation. So you see, it's a fictional spaceship where you have to graphically cut limbs off of undead nightmares, hewing away flesh and bone in vivid detail, occasionally impaling them to the wall so they cannot come over and disembowel you. Actually, this sounds like a great way to keep boomers from talking to me. Hold on while I go find my sewing kit. Honestly, this is really nice. I don't often get one of these steelbook cases, so it'll be cool to have sitting with my other games. However, since the physical game shipped earlier, I now have 2 cases for one game. You'd think I would have learned from Gotham Knights. At least I could admit to playing Dead Space without losing friends from the embarrassment. For some reason, I really want to put this on my grandma's grave. The music in the game is honestly really fucking great. They built off of elements from Jason Graves' music in the original game, while writing wholly new pieces for most of the gameplay, and it really helps build the tension. Thankfully, I have a CD player sitting right here, inside my salvage title Ford Fiesta I'm currently trying to get rid of. The fuel injection throttle body fucking went on the fritz, and it's not really worth pouring even more money into on my end, since it hasn't had any value since a lady rear-ended me at a red light. So all it's good for is sitting here playing this single CD I now own while I wait for someone willing to pay extra maintenance costs this hunk of junk needs in order to keep running safely. Unfortunately, since it's just the CD to play the remake's music, I guess I'll keep having to listen to the original game's music, which I illegally ripped off of YouTube while I'm at the gym trying to trick my brain into thinking I need to exercise to escape mortal danger. My lawyer is advising me to clarify that the bit about stealing music is a joke. Oh, this is classy. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this thing? I can't believe you fuckers watched all that other shit just to see this one. The engineering helmet is obviously made of plastic, though the price you have to pay for shit like this could undoubtedly pay for metal, if Limited Run wasn't a bunch of cowards. But it's nice and very detailed. Personally, I'm going to use it for a Halloween costume this year. This means that for the first few months, I'm going to pretend to intend to learn how to make all the little components for a full detailed suit, and then 2 weeks out from Halloween, I'll just settle on a t-shirt and leather jacket and claim it's my own take on Isaac's civilian clothes at the start of Dead Space 3. So that's the Dead Space Collector's Edition. If you like what you see here, too bad. Limited Run is the kind of corporation that creates artificial scarcity to bump up the price on the 1 to 2 things people actually demand out of a collector's edition, before proceeding to find as many other really fucking cheap to produce items that they can shove in the box with it. And by the way, Limited Run, seriously, why couldn't you get me the game on launch day, huh? I paid for all this shit and you couldn't even get me the game on launch day!